You're doing too much juggling right now in your mind. Instead of letting the universe fluently give back to you, let them come back in with a plan. You're like, nope, I saw that one stupid thing that I didn't want to see, or I really thought, and again, take it how it applies. Like I said, if you really saw something, like they moved on or they did something like that, again, use discernment, but I think it's something cutesy, like their following went up. You looked at their snap score, you went and like looked at their following list or their friends list and see what other females or males they're following, and you're getting like yourself all juggled up. I think you're really breaking your own mind and breaking your own heart, saying, well, this connection's never coming. I was the king of wishful thinking when it comes to this. And again, go to part 1 and make sure this reading fits, because this spread is very intense. It's like, I feel like I'm talking to somebody right now, this collective. You're very bitter right now. And I think it's more towards yourself. Like I said, I don't know if too much you're beating up this person as far as energetically, but it's more of, I think you're like, why did I do that? Why am I doing this? Like, you knew once you saw something, again, go the whole reading to make sure it all makes sense. You're really doing that. I wish I didn't see that. Why did I have to do that? I didn't do this for this long. Why did I come up to the surface? Because I think there is a part of that wounding within you that is still not healed. And that's what retrogrades bring out of us, right? In the nicest loving way, you got to work on feeling more secure within yourself and feel more secure about the future. Whether it's with this person, with that, it doesn't matter. You need to be open to receive for the time being. And you've done really great, but there is something that triggered out of you. So no, you didn't do anything wrong. You're not like, backtracking your own manifestations, but your guides are telling you, you need to calm down with that 4 of Swords. Literally rest. Put the phone away. Put the laptop away, the iPad. Quit looking them up. Don't worry about who's liking their stuff, who they're liking. Don't do that. Why are you doing that? Why? Because in the nice way, anybody that constantly looks through in the nicest way who they're following, who's following them, whose posts they're liking, you're not feeling insecure. By the end of the day, it is a post, it is a picture. In the nice way, who cares? True divine feminine energy coming out could care less what their man is liking on the pics. I think in your mind you're thinking that this person is drooling all over this person. In reality, they probably just double tapped it and kept scrolling. It doesn't matter. Put that idea to rest. Everything is operating under control. You're wanting control of this person in the nicest way with that 2 of Cups that came out in reverse. This person's not really even in your life. They're not committed to you. So that's where they're saying with the Justice, what I said in part 1, you have no say in that right now. You have none. What you do have say in is how you control your own emotions. And again, like I said in part 1, if whatever you saw, you think, nah, I'm done, peace out, okay, bye, have fun, peace out, good for you. If you need that, again, that little, kick in the butt by saying you're kind of, looking up things you shouldn't be, hello, let me just do a couple more, and then I'm going to reshuffle and see, kind of give you a reassurance of what's going on right now as we speak. 8 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, you need to move on from that. That's what they're saying. Like, take action right now to rest and move on from that old habit. Tell yourself, what am I doing? Me stalking and going down a pit by seeing the dumbest things that they're liking or whatever their snap score, whatever the case is, whatever you're doing. It's serving me no purpose. I got to let that go. I'm safe. And you know that. Because there is something with that Queen of Swords. Again, I feel, with that 7 of Wands in reverse right there, there is no conflict. There's no beef. There's no nothing. It's all in your head. You are okay, my loves. You're doing great. And it's okay. We slip up. We naturally, all of us humans do things that we thought we were past, and we're like, why did I do that? And I feel like it's this collective. You're kind of getting yourself so ticked off over this person and whatever you saw, and then you're like, why am I doing that? It's a reassurance that you're okay. It happens. But don't do that. It's serving you no good. You're creating tower moments, again, that should not be there. If Source, especially on social media, wants you to see something, they would let you see it naturally, not you going digging a grave on it, okay? But let's just kind of confirm now. Source is going, I'm going to let you know, how is this dynamic going? So I got the Five of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Again, like I talked about, you're kind of up in your head. Your manifestations with this person is still like kind of loading. It's in progress. It's going. Yeah, Five of Wands. Meanwhile, you think this person's got other people or whatever the case is. And again, like I said, use discernment. If this is really your reading, I don't think this person does, but that is kind of what you're up in your head about. Get out of it. Breathe. Get off the phone for a day or two. And then, okay, and then the Two of Swords that kind of came up in reverse. Let me see what else is going on. Okay. And then I got the Nine of Pentacles and then the Six of Pentacles right here. In the nicest way, too, with that Nine of Pentacles and then the Six of Pentacles. First off, with that Two of Swords, there is something about, they do see that, again, I brought up, you're very bitter, you're very angry, you're very on the situation. They're kind of saying, make a decision and calm down doing it. However, instead of being so worked up in a nice way over your manifestations that's still in progress, still loading, still not available quite yet, doesn't mean it's not happening. Focus more gratitude on yourself, on your personal growth. Be more thankful for the things that are around you. And not that you are, but it's kind of like you forgot for a second how to be like, look at where I came from. Look how much, has came my way. And with that Six of Pentacles, it's my gift giving card, but it's a very natural. Let them naturally give this back to you. You're wanting control over something that should not be there. And I think that's what more of that Two of Swords and that Five of Swords kind of represents right there. Nine of Cups, personal wish fulfillment. You are okay, babies. You are not out of line on anything. You're just a little bit stuck and stagnant. And again, it's all in your head. Nothing is telling you no right now. In the nicest way, the reason you're feeling this way, you did this to yourself. And your guides are like, you can get out of this. Relax, breathe, rest, try to take your mind off of it, and kind of come to this understanding that nothing can hurt you. What I'm kind of also hearing, the worst of it's over. What you've already went through, it's done. It cannot get any worse than this. And nothing bad is happening. Everything is loading. And you're like pressing on that computer, wanting that bar to go all the way to 100% complete. It's not all the way through yet, and that is okay. It doesn't mean it's not moving, okay? And then, okay, I got the Ten of Swords and then the Wheel of Fortune, 10-10 right here. Cycles need to be complete right here. Oh, that was a TV that scared the crap out of me. It sounded like a teapot, like, when you put it on the stove and it makes that noise or whatever. That's what it sounded like. Sign. Fumes are going high. You're not trusting in timing. And that's what I briefly brought up in part one, is like your impatience has kind of gotten the best of you. You want to know what's taking so long. You're not hearing much out of this person, or if you are hearing from them, it's not moving in a timely fashion that you want. So you're like, I'm going to figure out a way to self-sabotage it so I can get out of this waiting period. No, and that is a humbling lesson you are learning during this retrograde, is your patience, is time. And I think in your mind, if something's not coming in a direction that you want to, again, at a faster pace that you want, you think that you've been kind of in Delulu, or it's been over, or it's not happening. No, if anything, with that Page of Pentacles, it's kind of teaching you how your loyalty, your commitment essentially is being tested. And again, if you want to say, no, I'm done, that's okay. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Nine of Pentacles, yeah, Eight of Pentacles right there. Focus more on yourself for the time being. Focus more on your kind of personal growth. I brought up tea. You could have just had tea recently. I'm hearing maybe you do need to drink tea. Maybe there is something that needs to switch over in you personally. Maybe, for example, instead of drinking coffee, drink more tea. There's something already, I feel like maybe in your lifestyle you want to switch up a little bit. Or instead of eating like fast food, like switch more to like vegetable. There's something, maybe again, I'm getting more drinking or your diet. Maybe that's something you've been thinking about, or you recently just did. You kind of put coffee on hold and bought more tea, something on that case. Six of Pentacles. And then the Three of Wands. Your journey is just getting started. You're just in a little bit of a waiting period, but it doesn't mean nothing is happening. So quit looking at that man or that chick's snap score. Knock it off. Who cares who they're talking to? You think they're talking to somebody else. They could be talking to their grandma for all you know. Relax. I love you, babies. I hope you have a good one, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye, my loves.